just spilling my truth, spilling my truth.
Nobody tells you what happens to the boy who becomes a father before he becomes a man. And truth be told, I wasn't ready to be a father. Yeah, I had my father in my life. I had my stepfather in my life. I had my uncles in my life. And all the male figures that I came up under, bro, they were pretty stand-up dudes. But I still ain't understand what it really meant and what it really took to be a father at that tender age. At the age of 16, I was still figuring out life for myself. No, I ain't have no money. You know, I had guidance, but the guidance that I did have, I misused them tools that was in front of me. Now, I was still in the streets. I'm still running the streets. Every day was a new play. You know what I'm saying? Every day was a new play. And at that stage of my life, man, I challenged God if he stood in front of me of doing what I wanted to do. You understand what I'm saying? So hell no, I wasn't the man for the job. But life ain't care about that. Life still hit me with the biggest responsibility that I ever faced, and that was taking care of a baby. Now, my introduction to fatherhood, it was extremely rocky, especially being there young. I was naive to a lot of things when it came to fathering a child. And it was nothing like I envisioned it to be. Now, everybody's story ain't the same. Everybody don't have the same intro into fatherhood, but mine was different. You know, I thought I was gonna be able to, you know, be with my jit, you know what I mean, chill with my little one whenever I want to, be able to spend time with my little one whenever I want to. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case for me. I wasn't able just to spend time with my jit. I wasn't able just to spend time with my little one like that, bond with my little one like that. I wasn't really actually allowed to be around my little one like that in real life. And I'm not finna lean on that like that's the reason why I made the decisions I made, but I'm not gonna turn the blind eye like it didn't play a role in a lot of decisions that I made when it came for me to show up for my child, bro. Cause it did. And I did make mistakes, and sometimes I show up, but I was never consistent because I felt like it really didn't matter if I was there. You got to understand, me being so young, man, I'm in these streets, man. You know, I'm being blocked in certain ways to be around my child. I really felt like the hell with it. Like, all right, you know, it is what it is. You know, I wasn't thinking long term. I want you young, you young men out here to understand this here. When y'all get in this game called fatherhood young, you got to understand there's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to agree with. It's going to be times when situations do occur that you might not have full control over. And you are right to feel however you want to feel, but don't you never let that dictate how you show up and deal with your kids, bro. Always show up for your kids. Always be there for your kids. Don't make these mistakes I did, bro, because I ain't have to make them. Yes, I made them, but I ain't have to. I could have thought. I could have used my head. I could have asked somebody for some type of advice, but I just felt like the hell with it all. And I pay for it every day, bro. Every day I look in the mirror, I got to look at that. I got to see that because you got to understand it ain't no takebacks in life. It ain't. All that you can right your wrongs, you can't right your wrongs tomorrow because if it was wrong on Monday, it's going to be wrong on Tuesday. Yeah, you can make up for lost time and all that, but you can't go back and right them wrongs, bro. It's going to be wrong forever. Forever. And that wrong going to have to lay on your heart forever. You got to find a way to. So, you know, I did what I felt like any man would do. I gravitated where I felt most comfortable at. You know, I went where I felt I received the most love at, and I was in the streets. So I got into my little prison cycle. It seemed like I was just going to prison back to back. I go to prison, come home, have a few babies, go right to prison before they born, come back home, get more babies coming, go right back to prison. It became a revolving door, a revolving cycle. It almost became normal to me to the point where I did not think, and this is this as I'm growing up in my elder years, man, my habits became my life. So, you know, this on my third prison bed, when I came home, I still ain't have it all the way together at all. I'm gonna just be totally honest. And I was still making babies, having miscarriages, women having miscarriages after miscarriages. and still having babies, still being absent. I got a 2-year-old, I got a daughter that'll be 3 this year. I didn't see her face till she was 2 years old. Her first 2 years, I've never seen her face, a few pictures. This really became a habit in my life, bro. Anytime something rubbed me the wrong way, anytime I feel like something was being dealt unfairly, I'll run. I'll leave because I've always dealt with my problems like that. I just don't want to be around it. And I might have been right to feel however I felt, but just because you feel some type of way, that don't mean you handle a situation the way you handle it, bro. Especially when they got to deal with them kids, because it don't matter if you're right. It don't matter how you feel, bro. You got to swallow that pride for them children. You got to swallow that ego for them kids, bro. You got to. It's mandatory. It's mandatory that you swallow your ego and your pride for your kids, bro. If you want to call yourself being a good father, the father that they need in their life. And then here came Mumu. And I'm going to be real, I didn't start feeling different about life. I didn't start feeling different about kids until she came. And a big part of it was because of the access that I have to her. I really actually had full access out of all 8 of my kids. She is the only one that I've actually had full access to from birth. So it did hit a little different. I know I had to make a change, but guess what? Change ain't always easy because you got to look in the face of the person that you used to be every day. And you got to face all that flaw, all them flaws you did, everything that you did that you know was flawed. Even if it don't matter what your reason for doing it, you know you did that. You got to face that, bro. Feel me? You got to face that, and it hurt. And sometimes we be in denial. Sometimes we get a little delulu. We get a little delusional and be like, oh, we still try to, oh, well, if you wouldn't have did that, man, damn what they did. Damn what you went through. It don't matter. You're supposed to eat that for them children, bro. And I can't take back them times. I can never take back them times, ever. And I never blame anybody for none of the decisions that I made because I made them. And I stand on the decisions I made every day. I look at them every day in the mirror. When I wash my face and brush my teeth, I look at the decisions that I made. And guess what? I'm able to look at myself and be proud of what I see because that dude made me who I am today. That made me the father who I am today. I will never be that dude again. Mumu will never, ever explain this kind of guy or be able to describe that kind of guy to anybody she meet in her life when she get older. True enough, I want to rekindle things with my other kids. Most definitely that. I'm most definitely that. And I'm working on it. No, it ain't as easy as I think it should be. Yes, I do have trouble, reconnecting with my kids, but hey, I know I put myself in this situation. It don't matter what I'm going through. It don't matter who blocking me. It don't matter if anything is blocking me. It don't matter if anybody putting up any kind of blockage. When it comes to my kid, guess what? I put myself in this situation, bro. And I understand that. So that's just what come with it. But I know God gonna bless me to be able to reunite with my kids some type of way sometime in life, and I'm gonna keep fighting for them to the end. But just don't be foolish and naive and dumb like I was. Don't make these mistakes that I made coming up young, trying to be grown when I ain't ready. I wasn't ready, and I thought I was, but guess what? I'm still out here being grown. I'm still out here making these big boy decisions, and you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. You really know what type of game you're playing. It get real treacherous out here sometimes, bro. It do. And everybody ain't gonna be able to make it. Everybody don't come back from where I came from. Everybody don't make a comeback, bro. Some people die deadbeat. You got some dudes out here died, went to their grave a deadbeat. Sometimes the pressure too much. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's hard to shake back from it, bro. I'm coming from the stomach and the heart with it, fam. On everything I love. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter what occurred. The only thing that matters is the decisions that you made. That's it. That's all that matters. So, man, make the right decision, bro. Make the right decision. But I was definitely too young to even understand what it meant to be a daddy, but I understand now. I love that y'all came in, y'all sat down, and y'all listened to what I got to say. And if it's any fathers out there that connect and can reach and can relate to what I'm saying, bro, man, y'all hit that subscribe button, baby, and follow me on this journey, man. Let's build together. It's all love on this end, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to A Girl Dad Diaries, episode 2 on the way.